An international fleet review is an occasion when navies of different seafaring nations across the globe come together, overlooking their geographical and political boundaries in the oceans, the global commons. It is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and showcases the significant role of navies around the world in building a common future on the foundation of trust, harmony and brotherhood. The lineup of multiple high-octane action sequences of this naval event also provided an insight into naval responsibilities, utilizing power to protect. For the second time in Indian history, the Indian Navy hosted and conducted this international maritime exercise on behalf of the President of India, to commemorate a 15th-century-old tradition of the demonstration of camaraderie and solidarity among nations through their navies. During this entire schedule, the Indian Navy successfully hosted this global event by performing numerous skills of precision in collaboration with the participating seafaring nations and their naval heads to deliver an electrifying display of persistent still glory. This provided a whole new confidence to the global society about their preparedness to react fair and fast in case of an hour of need. In order to host the mega-intensive International Fleet Review, a nation requires a port city with world-class platforms for numerous events along with an immense ability to access the deep blue horizon for greater global participation. The honor of hosting the International Fleet Review of the year 2016 was given to the South Indian city of Visakhapatnam, the city of destiny. The success of this event can be traced back in its detailed preparation and ideal execution. The Indian Navy's Eastern Naval Command, in collaboration with the civil administration of the Andhra Pradesh state government, transformed a city devastated by Cyclone Hudhud into the most suited destination for such a large-scale naval meet within a year. For the movement of the people towards the venue, the traffic of the entire city was perfectly coordinated for the entire 6-day period by both the Indian Navy and the Andhra police personnel, and tough measures were taken to secure the entire area in all 3 dimensions: air, land and sea. Security was the top priority as the long list of delegates included the President and the Prime Minister of India, as well as the chief naval representatives of the participating nations. Artists and performers with a range of expertise were brought to the city to raise the bar of each experience in the IFR in the most memorable way possible. But what truly made witnessing this global event memorable was the insight into the everyday life of the extraordinary men and women who put their entire being to achieve their vision of global unity. Their acts and deeds upgrade the image of our society to an extent where we shake off our differences and see the larger picture of global responsibility. The port city of Visakhapatnam grabbed the opportunity of hosting this year's International Fleet Review and brilliantly showcased our country's skills, technology, and endeavour towards a greater exchange of ideas, goods and services across borders. This also helped the Indian Navy's progressive approach to promote its vital pillars of development, self-reliance and indigenization. The rare opportunity of witnessing this year's IFR also provided a sneak preview into the vast and lethal armoury and exceptionally advanced maritime research equipment of the Indian Navy, which is used for strengthening our maritime immunity and for the advancement of global society. To ensure the smooth functioning of this event, the entire city of Vizag came together, both as curious spectators and as devoted volunteers. The International Fleet Review did not disappoint. What with the precious opportunity to witness a staggering 95 warships from 50 different countries sailing side by side to strengthen the bond between states and their sovereigns. Navies from nations as far away as Canada, Argentina, Germany, New Zealand, as well as neighbours like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Mauritius and China were all part of this year's IFR. Highlighted nations on sea route maps such as Saudi Arabia and Qatar, along with the tremendously evolved naval warfare forces like the US Navy and the Royal Navy of the United Kingdom, graced the event. Two of the highly advanced Saryu-class offshore patrolling vessels, INS Sunena and INS Sumitra, the presidential yacht, were utilized during the PASEX and the Fleet Review to broadcast the vast canvas of this naval ceremony from a distance of 100 nautical miles in the vast Bay of Bengal. This created a rare occasion in history to see the glory of different classes of ships like sailing vessels, frigates, corvettes, amphibious warfare vessels, submarines, destroyers, as well as aircraft carriers, all at once. A carnival-style city parade was organized and the streets of Visakhapatnam were filled with adrenaline-pumping displays of marching contingents from the Indian Armed Forces, the Andhra Pradesh Police, the National Cadet Corps or NCC, and the navies of the participating nations. There were also brilliant musical performances by the Indian Naval Band and the invited artists, inspiring the visitors to flow with the rhythm of this year's International Fleet Review and to see up close the acts of bravery of the various naval forces of the world. To encourage the youth of our country, a maritime exhibition was organized on the Andhra University grounds, showcasing the contribution and expertise in the maritime sector of our Navy. The Eastern Naval Command also created an IFR village where visitors could have a wholesome experience of mini India and take back memorabilia of this event as well as wonderful memories of the International Fleet Review of 2016. After completing every protocol of this glorious tradition, the navies of the world came together one last time for this year's International Fleet Review for the ceremonial farewell before departing towards the locations from where they will continue to serve their respective nations and to bridge divisions of our planet by uniting various countries through the oceans.